A promise to lift patents to allow Africa produce its own vaccines. That's the key pledge at the end of the Summit on Financing African Economies hosted by Paris on Tuesday, May the 18th. The intention was evident: help the continent on the health front, but without a firm financial commitment for its economies. President of the African Union, Félix Tshisekedi, noted that the challenge was to convince the African people and counter efforts that have sought to demonize vaccinations. This is not a conference or a forum that will lead to a dead end. Our objectives are to vaccinate the greatest number of people in Africa. It is true that there's some concern as an African that there's not enough mobilization of our populations. A concern that is due to the fact that the vaccines come from elsewhere. This is why it is necessary to aim for vaccine production in Africa. I believe that this will have a significant impact on the attitudes of the population. Senegalese President Macky Sall, for his part, stated that the vaccination campaigns carried out in industrialized countries do not guarantee, quote, health security at all. Sall warned against the risk of development in Africa of extremely resistant variants. What we must notice is that there has been a change in paradigm. There's something new that must be noted. Africa has been used in designing projects and programs and imposing them. Today, we are in a co-construction of what is needed for us. There's hope because we know our problems and difficulties better than anyone else. But it is also important to note the change of mentalities at the level of the developed countries, the G20 and G7. That is to say, to understand that we have a common responsibility. Vaccinating one's own population for industrialized countries does not guarantee them any sanitary security. It is evident that if we continue the current trend, where Africans will be satisfied with 2% of vaccinated people, it will lead to extremely resistant variants on the continent that will completely question the effectiveness of vaccines in a few months or in a few years. Macron said, given the time for production, in the short term, participants agreed to, quote, push the ambition of COVAX from 20% to 40% of people vaccinated in Africa.